Kunjan, you've put out a note along with colleagues, really talking about how this would offer support, this potential stake, but it wouldn't close the gap with TSMC. Just talk us through your thinking.
Yeah, there's like positives of this stake. One, near term that it can help, but we don't think it's really positive long term for stakeholders. In terms of the near term positives, they get the 10 billion infusion. They get a signaling that the government is behind this, behind Intel, and so it might not fail as people have risks. And the third important point is we think, given the looming risk of the semiconductor tariffs up till 300% that's coming, the government could incentivize U.S. fabless semiconductors to bring business to Intel manufacturing, which could aid the company in lieu of getting exemptions for tariffs. So some positives near term, but long term, we don't think this is ideal for shareholders. First, you have the dilution. Second, most of this money would have come to Intel until last week, almost in the shape of grants, which they don't have to pay back. But now you have to give up about 10% stake for receiving the same money. So not great outcome for shareholders. And finally, like we said, this does not aid anything or change structurally anything from Intel to catching up to TSMC.
Isn't it interesting that the share price has been going up and to the right in reaction to basically money they were getting anyway, but maybe it was more of a profit share in the future? Tell us a little bit, though, about where they really need to close the gap from an innovation perspective. Is this really going to get them out there with a 14A?
It does not do anything. I mean, look, 10 billion is not going to make or break them getting out in the 14A, right? So that is an execution challenge that only the company can fix. This could depends on what the, what are the strings attached to this deal. This could even slow it down because now you have government on the decision-making seat driving some kind of decisions in that direction. So this does not do anything to close that gap when it comes to leading edge.
I mean, must be said, Howard Lutnick, Commerce Secretary, was saying we're not going to take a governance role here, but you can potentially, you're saying, estimate maybe there's more thoughts that the executives have to think through. More broadly, in the here and now, what do you want to hear from the CEO, Lip Bhutan? What's next?
Yeah, I think we want to see the same reassurance that the focus is going to be on 18A and 14A and how, like I said, the possibilities of those positives. Hopefully, we hear that and that encourages investors that deal will be positive in the near term. A is getting more business from U.S. fabless companies in order to get those exemptions from the tariffs.